As many people head out to the river for fun and to get out of the extreme heat, water rescue crews are on high alert. Thanks for being with us here at 6. I'm Albert James. Firefighters across Eugene and Springfield have already seen numerous rescues and even some preventable deaths. KEZI 9 News reporter Julio Mora Rodriguez talked with them about what they're doing to keep people safe.
Generally, on days like today, we're around the station. We try to stay closer to our station because we have the boat. Calls often come in on days that are hot like today. And
engineer paramedic Jason Vasquez says water rescue teams are always on standby, ready to get on their boat 24/7 if need be. Accidents on the river are all too common, especially in the summer. Vasquez urges people to be vigilant as it's all too easy to lose control in the rapids or get hooked on a tree limb or some other piece of debris.
You know, some of it can just be risky for us to go out and try to mitigate it ourselves. So we can't mitigate all the hazards. There's always going to be hazards on the river.
As the summer months drag on, more people are expected to hit the local rivers. ESF water rescue teams tell me that right now, on average, they get at least one rescue call a day.
There are days where there's multiple. I've worked days where we've run 3 or 4 water rescue calls, and it really does depend on the weather. Hot days like today, we're pretty much assured that we're going to get some.
Unfortunately, those calls end sometimes in fatalities. Vasquez took me to a place on the Mackenzie River where someone recently lost their life. He says the person wasn't wearing a life vest, an easily preventable tragedy that happens a few times every year.
Again, sort of looking back, there's always something that we can see that would have been avoidable.
Another important piece of advice he has is making sure you have the right equipment while on the water. While kayaks and tubes are designed for rivers, paddleboards generally are meant for lakes. Vasquez says the big difference is in the cord keeping people attached to their watercraft. The leash tied to a person's ankle generally doesn't break on a paddleboard when they go underwater.
You know, when people find themselves in trouble from wearing a leash, it's often they can't really reach and grab it because the water is flowing away and they're being pushed away from the leash, and then they're kind of stuck.
He also wants people to stay hydrated and exercise caution if you're going to go out on the water while intoxicated. People
do like to have a beverage while they're floating the river, and that's totally understandable, but there definitely is a point where it's too much, and once you're beyond that point of too much, then you're a little less likely to make the right decisions.
Reporting in Springfield, Julio Mora Rodriguez, KEZI 9 News.